Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett at Parnassus Books and it's Friday, and if you haven't read this book, it's new to you. The book is Bel Canto. Did you read it? It doesn't really matter one way or the other. It came out in 2001. This is not strictly a new to you video. This is kind of a weird self-promotional instructional video about a new edition of Bel Canto that came out. So after I published this book, I didn't read it again because actually most people don't ever read their books again after they're published. And for a whole host of reasons, which you'll find out about later, I went back to this book last January and did read it again because I decided that I wanted to do an annotated version. Now, most annotated versions of books are books by dead people that are annotated by scholars, and there's typed criticism and insightful comments in the margins. This annotation is by a living person, me, of a book, Bel Canto, that I wrote, and all the annotations are handwritten. Because when I reread this book, what I found was a lot of it was great, and I was really proud of myself, and a lot of it was appallingly bad, and I was dismally disappointed in myself. And so all of those comments, good and bad, are on these pages, including lots and lots of brackets of words that I would take out now. So if you are a book club and you're interested in finding out more about this book, or you're a student and you're reading the book in a class, but mostly if you're a writer and you want to see how someone writes a novel, this is about how I wrote this novel. Now, when the book first came out in 2001, it looked like this. This is my copy. And the new annotated version will have this same cover, but it won't have the shiny jacket. This part will be printed right on here. And it will be this size, and it will be $40. And you can pre-order it all you want, and it will be out on November 5th. That's another part of the story. I wanted to do this on November 5th because nobody is going to be publishing books on November 5th because that's election day. And I thought it might be a good day to have a piece of literature in the mix. So these are available for pre-order, $40. This is where things get weird. Stay with me. My publisher, HarperCollins, also said they wanted to do a special boxed edition that was going to be $75. And here's my copy of Rabbit is Rich. And it's a special, this is what it's gonna look like. So the $75 edition will have a slipcase and a box, and it will have beautiful end papers, much more beautiful than these, but it was the 70s. It'll have a silk ribbon, and that's what you get. And it will be signed and numbered, and I won't personalize those. So there'll be 1,000 copies, 1 through 1,000. When they told me, Harper told me they were gonna do this special edition, I said, okay, I'm gonna take them all for Parnassus. And they were like, that doesn't really seem fair. And I was like, well, probably it's not, but I am gonna take all 1,000 of them. Now, there's been a lot of conversation here about how we're going to sell them. And this is the way we're going to do it. 500 of these $75 slipped cased, signed and numbered editions will be available online. You can't call the store, you can't come by and pre-order. 500 copies will be online. You are allowed to order 1 copy. The reason is I would like these to actually go to people and not to eBay and not to book dealers. And when those 500 are done, that's it. Then the other 500 will be available in store. That's because I want people to come into the store and be able to buy things. I would love to still have these at Christmas for people who want them. So after so much boring conversation, we decided that this was the most fair way to solve the problem. 500 online, 500 in the store, 1 apiece, no personalization. Now, if you get the regular $40 version, which let's be honest, is the exact same book without a slipcase and without fancy end papers and a ribbon, I will personalize those. But let me tell you what, I am only going to put your name on it because when I said I would personalize Tom Lake in pre-orders, you guys broke my soul, okay? Because people were sending in full pages of things they wanted me to write in their book, and it killed me. So this time, I'm just gonna write, to Sally and maybe happy birthday or something like that. So let's just have a quick recap. We have a book that is this size, $40. We have a book that is still this size, but it has a slipcase, 1,000 numbered copies, $75. All of this is going to be online. You guys are smart. I know you can handle this. I also want to say one more thing. If you have never read this book before, you actually might want to go ahead and read it now, because I don't think you're going to want to read it for the first time with my scrawly hand notes telling you how good and how bad it is. I know this is a lot. I really appreciate you sticking with me. Thanks so much.